Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Caffeinated Dino, and today we're playing Tales Noir Preludes. This is the sequel to Tales Noir, but it takes place before the first game. So it's a prequel, right? That's how that works? Let's see, the Steam store says, taking place years before the events of Tales Noir. Tales Noir Preludes is a narrative game following four characters through formative moments of change, circumstance, and consequence, and life, and told through a series of interactive vignettes. Your choices are what's most important. What traits are you bringing with you in your story, and what is the impact you make on the characters around you? So, it looks like we've got our buddy Howard here. I'm assuming this is Howard. Maybe this is Renee and Clarissa, right? From the previous game. I don't know who this homie is, though. I don't remember him from the first game. It's been a little bit. It's been like, what, a month? My memory's not that great. I played so many games, it's hard to keep things straight. But yeah, we're going to do a new game and see what this is about. If this is an act, which I'm assuming it will be, I'm going to end up doing, try to do at least one act video, so long as it isn't terribly long. Clarissa Bloodworth, age 7, Gastown Plaza. Age 7, huh? Oh, is that us? The little lady sitting on the bench? Grandpa? Oh. What is it, Clarissa? Are you okay, Grandpa? Me? Why, of course. I'm more than fine. I'm spending time with my little girl. How could I not be? Okay. What are we doing here, Grandpa? Ah, in Gastown? Well, there's certainly lots to see here. Do you remember the last time we came before? The last time we came here? Oh, geez, I read the last thing. Let's say yes. Let's nod. You were running up and down the street, your eyes set on the geezers. Back then, they were almost bigger than you. Almost. Now I'm way bigger. You are now, but back then? Why, if you'd had caught one, you would have gone flying. That's what I was trying to do. Ha! Who knows? Maybe you would have been successful if that shopkeeper hadn't caught you. He was probably jealous. He's too big to ride a gooser. Maybe so, maybe so. All I know is that he was furious. Something about smudges on his windows. But we had a chat and he calmed down, didn't he? People always listen to you, Grandpa. They do? I suppose that's right. You see, Clarissa, Grandpa has a lot of friends, all over the city. All sorts of people, big and small. In fact, many of them live here in Gastown. Do you work here too? No. I work with everything all over the city. But people mostly come to me. To your office. I knew that. Yes, of course. You've always been a sharp little girl, haven't you? Only the shepherd knows who you got it from. Maybe from Grandma. Was Grandma smart, Grandpa? Ah, your Nana, Clementa. Shepherd bless her soul. What was Grandma like? I suppose you don't remember much of her, do you? She was the kindest soul in the world. Always helpful, always understanding. Always knew exactly what to say. So what would she say? She'd always tell me I was getting too big for my britches. And when things started going our way, she made sure I kept my feet on the ground. How could it be hard to keep your feet on the ground? Well, you see, sometimes when things go well, you might start feeling unstoppable. It's a wonderful feeling, but it makes you liable to make all types of mistakes. Your Nonna made sure I never made those. She sounds like the best person in the world, Grandpa. Ha! Well, there's a lot of people out there, Clarissa. Lots of people who are good, but lots of people who are not. How can I tell the difference? It's not always so easy. Oftentimes, you just know, but sometimes, the ones who seem nicest are the ones who'll stab you in the back. What if I can't tell the difference? It takes time. Knowing someone isn't a single experience. Same as you, people change. And it's okay to change your mind about those people. What do I do if someone nice suddenly starts being mean? Take a step back, reassess, and make up your mind again. Never believe something to always be true, just because it has been so far. People change, and their views along with them. I hope people don't stop liking me. No, I think this one makes more sense of how she is as an adult. I won't. I don't care what people think about me. That's good. You can't spend all your time worrying about what other people think. There's a lot of people in this city, and they all have opinions on everything. Do people like you, Grandpa? Some do, and there are some who don't. But luckily, we don't need to worry too much about them, and neither should you. I won't, Grandpa. Come and to fall, the winds will grow, then twisting branches cusp the snow. But spring will free what cold held dear. Give away, for one more year. What was that, Grandpa? It was pretty. A poem, Clarissa. One I remembered just now. I read it long time ago, but it appears it has stuck with me. What made you think of it? The years passing by, Bella. Time itself, I suppose. Tell me, what will you be when you're older? Who do you want to be? Oh, gain a trait. Cunning, ambitious, or powerful? I think ambitious is most in line with how she was in the previous game. She was very smart, though. People did listen to her. Let's go with ambitious. I want to be like you, Grandpa. I'll be a big boss. Clarence won't forget that. Yikes. I just like that popping up in the corner. That's scary. Like me? Huh. Are you sure about that? It's a lot of work being me. Wouldn't you prefer to just have fun? You don't have fun, Grandpa? I do, but not as much as I'd like, or you'd like, for that matter. I can help you with that. I'll come visit more often. Deal? If you say so, Clarissa, and I'll do all in my power to help you. How does that sound? That's perfect. I love you, Grandpa. I love you too, Clarissa Bella. I couldn't ask for a better grandchild. Now, come on. I think it's time for dinner. Shall we? Okay. We're so cute. I want to see what our dress looks like standing. Tales Noir, Preludes. Oh, you aspire to be ambitious when you grow up. Use the scroll and switch positions. Oh my Jesus, look at all these choices. Oh, we can see the other people. Let's not look at them yet. Alright. E is to close. Q is continue. Ooh, a camera. Howard Lauder, first year. Thaddeus Rock Faculty of the Arts. Oh, is this our college where we met, what's his name? Larry? AD, buttons to move, interact. Sorry, I was thinking. Yes, yes, game. I take it you weren't here for the open day. I really wanted to be here for it, but I had some things come up back home. Ugh, that sucks. You didn't miss much, to be honest, and it felt more like a sales pitch than anything. Yeah, the brochure was pretty shiny, alright. I mean, it's not that, but it's not exactly the Ritz. I've never been to the Ritz. Maybe the Ritz isn't eating the Ritz. How deep does that rabbit hole go? Honestly, I'm liking the vibe right now. I think this is the part our parents are talking about when they say school's best years of your life. Sure starting to feel that way. What was it, E? Empty. Guess I'm here early. That or cloaks are out of fashion. They look like rich kids. Can't relate. Wisconsin. His name is Wisconsin. I haven't heard that as a name for a person. Oh, hey there. A fresh face. Are you here to study? You're new, right? I never forget a face. I'm Howard. Nice to meet you. Well, howdy, Howard. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Wisconsin, and I'll be your resident assistant. And your best friend, too, if you want one. Resident assistant? Yeah, you're RA. I keep things running smoothly in the dorms, like your dorm boss, but a fun boss. I also organize fun activities, you know, like a boss. Cool. Can you tell me where my room is so I can put this box down first? Not just yet. Why not? You see, I like to start things off fun for new students. Do we want to be a sour sort? The box does look mighty heavy. Let's play along. Which means a scavenger hunt. But why? You want me to do a scavenger hunt while I'm moving in? You can't let me, like, settle down first? I'll pass, Wisconsin. Pass, but it's so much fun. Scavenging, hunting, with friends. Please do my little scavenger hunt. Is it really that important to you? Yes, Howard. Please. Fine. Go on. Tell me about it. Wisconsin looks incredibly grateful. Yay! Alright then, I've hidden two things somewhere in this hallway. One of them is blue, and the other is new. Blue and new? No other clue? It doesn't have to be things I've hidden. You can be creative too. Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm assuming it's not past him. Check under bench. A piece of blue paper that says, "You found me." Don't know what I expected. Okay. And then something new? Huh. Not often you deceive one of us in marble. Enter hallway. Is it in the next section? These guys don't look very artsy to me. Intimidating, if anything. Something new, huh? Howdy, Howard. How's the scavenger hunt going? Pretty fun, huh? Did you find both something blue and something new? Still working on it. I'll be right back. Alright, can it be in the next part of the hallway? Because I didn't see any more prompts in this part. Enter foyer. And you can tell us all about it on the weekend, alright? Sure, don't worry so much. I'll be fine. We're going to miss you so much, baby. I know. Me too, Mom. Our little baby boy, baby Seamus, all grown up. Dad, come on. Looks like it's sun. Dorm room. Dorm room. Locker? Nothing in there? Alright, nothing new in there. Notice board. Looks like a bunch of notes and notices. Let's see. For sale. History textbooks. Never opened. Looking for roommate. Girl preferably. Ask for Freya. Be cute. Is it Freya or Freya? Print Club is looking for new members. Ask for... Huh. Looks like they ran out of space. Reminder, the lights go out at 10, and so you should speak, and so should your speakers. Please. Wisconsin. The person who ate my nuts after I left them on the cloakroom counter. Call me? Studious cock faculty on the farts. Heh, that's good writing. I'm looking for people to play tennis with. Ask for Dingo McCrank. Don't stay after class with Professor Coolidge. He will tell you about his miniature house models, and you will not like it. Here's the last one, just buried under the others. Please refrain from leaving challenged messages on the notice board. Faculty. Alright, and then it just cycles through again. Nothing in there? Oh, there's stuff in there, but nothing that I can take. Nice coat. Looks fairly new to me. You found something new. Alright, let's go back to Wisconsin. Check trash. I think I see today's paper in there. That counts, right? Oh, that thing that's better than a coat. Alright, can I speed up a little bit? No? Maybe not while I'm carrying a box. Alright, Wisconsin, I got your blue and your new. Howdy, Howard. How's the scavenger hunt going? Pretty fun, huh? Did you find something both blue and something new? I did. Yay! I saw you find them, actually, but I didn't want to spoil your fun. Good on you for organizing fun activities, Wisconsin. This. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Howard. Now, I bet you want to get to your room, right? It's the one at the end of the hall, 304. Finally. I'll see you later, man. Sounds good. Oh, your roommate is already there, so don't be surprised if you see a stranger in your room. At the end of the hall, 304, huh? Oops. There we go. Alright, let's skedaddle. As quickly as I can. With a heavy, heavy box. Alright, end of the hall. Enter room. Oh, this room is kind of a mess compared to the hall. Look at the ceiling. Look at the walls. What's that say? Oh, leave. Oh, hey. Hey. That box looks heavy. Yeah. Cool. Do you want to put it down or something? Yeah. Okay, cool. Here, pick which bunk you want while you're at it. Do you have a preference? I was thinking of taking top bunk, but you pick. I don't mind. Thanks, man. Alright, well, I don't want the top bunk. IRL. I never want top bunk. I'm always afraid I'll fall off. Like, I know there's a railing there. I don't trust it. The two beds are about the same size, but you can see that the mattress is somewhat indented on the top bunk. The lower one is flat, but seems slightly thinner. We're going to pick the bottom bunk because the other guy has a preference, and I also have a preference for bottom. You comfortably begin to shuffle your possessions onto the lower mattress, which in turn cushions their weight gently. Oh, look at us! We got a nice little sweater going on. Light switch? Oh, let's not turn off the light. Back room. Plenty of space back there. You know, once you get rid of all the junk. Fridge? Gross. Good thing it's empty. Oh, let's close it. We may be anthropomorphic animals, but we don't have to behave like one. You sleeping on the bottom bunk from now on. Bottom bunk, huh? Perfect. I already had my heart set on the top bunk. I figured, so you can have it. Name's Howard. Larry. Appreciate it, Howard. Well, thoughts so far? On what? The university, the dorm, everything. Oh, did you meet Wisconsin in the hall? The RA? Yeah. Did he send you on a scavenger hunt too? What'd you think of it? It was alright. Didn't take long. It was pretty easy, wasn't it? Breezed through it. Then again, I wasn't carrying a big box when I got here. Lucky you. Lucky me indeed. Alright, man. Tell me about Howard. Like what? I don't know, man. How come you're here? What are you studying? I'm majoring in photography. No kidding. That's cool, man. Do you have a camera? Let's say it's in our box. Yeah. I almost forgot about the mighty box. Nice, dude. I don't know anything about photography, so you'll have to teach me. How come you chose it as your major? Sarcastic, social, or investigative? It's easier than painting. I don't know. Photography isn't exactly the simplest thing in the world. There's a lot that goes into it. Especially with non-digital cameras, there's so much adjusting that you have to do, and printing them is a process. It's like photography in high school, and it was surprisingly harder than I expected it to be. Point and shoot was not what I thought it'd turn out. Alright, let's pick investigative, because we know that Howard in his adult life is a private detective. I want to show the world for what it is. For what it is? Man, that sounds cool. There's a lot to show for sure. I think our kind has a unique perspective on things too. I got a feeling we're gonna become great friends, Howie. Oh, I like that. Me too, man.
Yo!
Fuck yeah. Howie and Larry, roommates extraordinaire. Alright, Larry. Tell me about Larry. Alright, I'm right. Well, I'm here to study. You know what? Why don't you guess? I bet you can't. Aren't you studying art? Right, we knew that from the other game. I don't know what kind of art, and it's an art school, so I mean... Yikes. But it's not science. Let's say I bet I can. I dig the confidence. Alright, if I guess right, I get a lunch. Otherwise, you do. Deal. Yeah, let's say deal. Sweet. Go. Oh. Well, investigative gives us a option that says, I don't see any instruments, brushes, or tools in here. Your major is theory rather than practice. So we're going to use our investigative trait right away. The theory of what exactly? Classical arts, contemporary arts, graphic design. Does graphic design have a theory? I mean, I suppose all art has a theory to it. But I don't know what year we're in. And I imagine for graphic art, you need like a computer of some sort. And I don't see a laptop or anything digital on his desk. Contemporary arts or classical? It's really a toss-up between the two of them. Classical or contemporary. I have no idea. I guess classical? Ding, ding, ding. You got it, dude. Nicely done. Here's to hoping that Campus Place isn't too expensive, I guess. It's cool, man. Let's split it. A deal's a deal, man. I'm not going to let you weasel out of any future bets you lose, so I'm not going to weasel my way out of this one. Aren't going to be any future bets. Oh, rude. Alright, suit yourself, man. You ready to go? Yeah, sure. I'm starving, honestly. You want to head out straight away? Sure. Let's go. Alright, let's get going. Oh, we're fading to black. Alright, that's a cute little introduction of Howard. Oh, here we are. You chose to be investigative, keeping your eyes open and your mind sharp. Oh, it looks like everyone has a different loading symbol. Because Clarissa had a cigarette. Renee Wilson, April 27th. Radio host. That was, of course, Stepping High by Bravo. This marking their 10th consecutive week at the top of the charts. Stellar stuff. Now, before this DJ signs off for the day, it's time for today's stories. Cassius Perf, Minister of Science, announced today that he would be stepping down from his position after 15 years of service. In a press release, he stated that he was satisfied with the work he had done in the past years and was looking forward to his retirement. Oh, I bet he was. Ministry retirement plans are through the roof as far as I know. Its successor is currently being chosen, and a press release from the headquarters of the ministry, Science City, stated that a suitable candidate would be announced within the next week. Let's keep listening. In other news, locals on West End are still reeling from the fire that ravaged an entire tenement block last week. Ravage is right. I went there. There was nothing left but rubble. The fire, which claimed a number of lives, has been reported as an unfortunate accident as a result of a gas leak. The police department has since stated that they will be investigating other at-risk buildings in the area for similar issues and are asking citizens to cooperate. Keep listening. Our thoughts and prayers are with the unfortunate souls lost in the fire. That's all for today. This has been Middays with Madison. Next up is Gus and the Steelers with Old Blue. Alright, Renee, that article isn't going to write itself. Get to the office and get to work. A lovely little green room we've got going on here, though. Toggle light. Or not. It disappears really fast. Gather your thoughts. What are we sipping on? Lemonade? Looks like it could be lemonade. Space to stand up. Enter kitchen. Oh. Enter apartment. Oh, there we go. Let's go to the kitchen, I guess. Oh, love the plants everywhere. We got these for our wedding. Happy to have the goddess on my side. Lucas can keep the shepherd. I didn't know you were married. Couldn't have dreamed of a nicer kitchen. Still don't feel like cooking. I should wrap things up as soon as I can. It's too beautiful outside to stay in the office all day. Guess we gotta go the other way to the apartment. Oh, fishy. Hey there, pretty. Lucas' office. Oh, I thought that was a mirror. That's the office. Okay, well, let's look around a little bit. Got a lot of lights. We should get some new records and a record player, I suppose. Used to keep my typewriter here back when we moved in. There's still dents in the table. Organized shelf. What a mess. I'll just tidy up real quick. Why can I keep these things in his office? I'll never know. Too nice to actually brew anything in. Luz has used this thing for years. At least it's pretty to look at. Got enough water? Good. Pumpkin Festival excites young and old. Stellar journalism, Renee. You look like you need some sunlight, baby. You and me both. If you hold this up to your ear, you can almost hear the soothing sound of the souvenir shop we got it from. CPD 5th Annual Bowling Tournament, 3rd place. He's proud of this one. Oh, I should go on a higher shelf then. I didn't realize this was an award. Enter bathroom. Lid down. Universal sign for Lucas not being home yet. Alright, let's go to the office. Alright, I was in the middle of organizing the shelves in here. Shouldn't take long. Terrarium. Used to drag and drop items. Hey there, Lizzie. Ready for your meal? Here you go. There you go, honey. Oh, you ate it so fast. Organize office shelf. Alright, let's get this over with. These shelves are very full. Nothing but old article clippings in this one. Where am I gonna put it? It doesn't fit anywhere. I think this is one of Lucas's albums. Not sure why it's here. There we go. That fits there. No! There we go. Okay. Looks like I've got the apartment for myself for another couple hours. Gas 10 at night. Look at this. Took this one when we started dating. Red pagodas. I feel like putting stuff in front of your books is annoying for when you want to reach the books, but shiny. There. Much better. The thing hasn't seen much action since I got the terminal. Maybe I'll come back to it someday. Messages. This is where it all started. Felt like I finally had a moment to prove myself. Renee, been getting a lot of positive responses on that piece you wrote about the Gastown geezers. Really fun, colorful stuff. Keep it up and you'll be a regular on features in no time. Now for a grim change of pace. Wiskowski's off this week, so I'm going to need you to work on a follow-up piece about that fire on the West End. There's apparently some similar developments, and residents are worried about the repeat, so I'm getting told to run something that will help settle those concerns. I've attached some of the public reports and the first notice we ran on it. Look into what happened and see if there's some way you can spin it into seeming more like a rare accident than a serious fire threat. Oh, and I skimmed the reports, and it sounds like the guy was messing around with stuff he didn't understand. That might be your angle. Either way, let's see if we can quell this fire-headed hysteria so we can get back to what you do best. Wesley. Arnie, the fire case. As far as editors go, he's not the worst. I should try to wrap this up by today. Then again, I said that yesterday too. Renee, I know you want to keep looking into the fire case, but we have to run something soon. You're not a detective, you're a writer. Leave solving crimes to the police. The only reason I keep letting you work on it for so long is because your other write-ups are stellar. But if you keep going like this, we'll be pushing the boundaries of what news is. And I mean that in the sense of being late to the party. Life's too short to be a perfectionist. Please have something for me by Wednesday. Hey sugar, finally got a terminal set up on my desk. Hope you like this. I don't know how you write so fast on these. Paperwork is going to be a nightmare. I love you, Smooch. Lucas. Poor Lucas still hasn't figured out how to work with terminals. I don't mind. It's kind of cute. This is a big ask on my part. Both surprised and proud that he managed to get them for me. Here it is, but don't get your hopes up. Sorry for the wait on this. Scene statements are usually not for the public to see, so they had to strike a lot of it to protect the lives of the officers. Hopefully this will put your worries to rest a bit. Love you, Lucas. Alright, here's the main report. I just wish so much hadn't been redacted from it. CPD, Detective Jack Huey. Number 34566. 4CC 245999. Time 12:15. Date 135/04/23. April 23rd of year 135? Question mark? I'm not quite sure. Location, West End, 44 2nd Street. Crime scene report. Oopsie. Suspect's apartment is small, maybe 500 square feet, and in poor state. Living conditions are working class, typical of West End. Hallway entry, wallpapers coming off by the ceiling. Body was found close to the door. Beaver, looks to be in his mid-20s. Mackenzie arrived at the same time as me and inspected the body while I had a look around. Didn't take long. The suspect had 3 bullet wounds, one in the abdomen, one in the torso, and one in the neck. The one in the neck was particularly gruesome, but Mackenzie's initial conclusion was that the suspect bled out. Mustn't have taken too long on account of all the wounds. I'm guessing Miss Giannopoulos won't be required to do much of an autopsy. The suspect, Beaver, was wearing pants and suspenders but no shirt. Body stained with blood, but there's a fine dusting over the upper torso. Mackenzie tells me it's soot, and I can't argue. The head is similarly blackened by soot or redacted, but it looks like the suspect made an effort to wipe it off. Top left shoulder looks like it has a burn mark. Mackenzie confirms it, saying it's very recent, probably today. Off to the side of the body is a tire iron, old and rusted. Some of the suspect's blood has pooled onto it, but no splatter. Kitchen is a mess. More soot, more ash, and a large amount, redacted, hovering near the top of the ceiling, making it hard to breathe. Lingering smell of redacted, most likely from stove. There's footprints of soot leading out of the kitchen, but none leading in. Tools are scattered around the oven, the hatch of which has been screwed off. This is where most of the damage is. We opened some windows on our way out, but it's going to be a long time before they get the smell of redacted out of there. The rest of the apartment is not noteworthy. Small bedroom almost entirely covered by the bed. Kitchen table and chairs moved to the side of the hall. Bathroom small and cramped. Nothing of interest in here except the body and the kitchen, both of which appeared like closed cases. Addendum 424. I saw nothing that would have implied that the apartment was a fire hazard and, to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. Oh boy, more reports. Here's a statement from the first officer. Let's see. Right, let me get a drink real quick. Police report. City Police Department. Public. C245999. Arrest report 2241. Date time reported, year 135, April 24, 1623. Location of arrest, West End, 44 2nd Street. Location of report at Village Police Department 2. At 11:02 on April 23rd, City Police Dispatch received an emergency call from a tenant on the 3rd floor in a tenement block in West End, citing domestic altercations as the cause of concern. Additionally mentioning having noticed smoke from the downstairs apartments. The home of Stonecaster, Beaver mid-20s, and Roe Ileana, Beaver mid-20s. 2 officers, including myself, were dispatched and arrived at the scene around 11:42. Upon arrival, Stone acted with hostility and refused the officer's entry to his home. After hearing sounds of distress from inside the apartment, officer redacted, and I breached the door to the apartment. Stone was wearing only pants and shoes, and his hands and face were dirtied. The apartment smelled of smoke, and there was a small amount of it still in the ceiling. Immediately upon entry, Stone began acting in a menacing manner, wielding a blunt instrument in his left hand. Rose acting hysterically, and all attempts to calm her were met with angry dismissal. Officer Redacted drew his service weapon and asked Stone to step down. During this time, I entered the kitchen to find it in a state of array. The oven was open, and scattered around it were crude tools. The oven hatch was torn from it, and there was a strong smell of electrical and wood burn. At this point, I heard a loud yelp from the hall, followed by a gunshot. I drew my service weapon, entered the hall, and found that Officer Redacted had discharged his service weapon, hitting Stone in the abdomen. Seeing that my partner had been injured, I determined that Stone was still a threat and discharged my service weapon twice. Stone was hit in the chest both times and dropped to the ground. Rowe was in a lot of distress, lashing out in a threatening manner, and was taken into custody for impeding a police investigation. Officer Redacted placed a call to dispatch, and we remained at the scene with Rowe in custody in the patrol car. The coroner and detectives arrived at 12:09. Our initial statements were taken, and the body was removed from the premises. I saw nothing that would have implied that the apartment was a fire hazard, and to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. But why was anyone shot? Just because they were being rude? Statement number 2. This is from the cop that stayed in the hallway. Alright, police report C2599, arrest report 2242. All at the top is the same. Officer Redacted was present during the testimony of Officer Redacted and confirmed the events of the report. For clarity, questions pertaining to this first time a service weapon was discharged were asked and make up the totality of this report. For further information, see 2241, which is the one that we just read. After I drew my service weapon and Officer Redacted left to investigate the remainder of the apartment, Stone, Beaver, mid-20s, began making threats and insulting me and my partner. I asked Stone repeatedly to stand down, which he refused. Eventually, Stone charged at me with a sharp object, stabbing me in the left arm. I discharged my service weapon, which hit Stone in the abdomen, causing Stone to back off a few steps. Officer Redacted entered the hall shortly after and subdued Stone further. I saw nothing that would have implied that the apartment was a fire hazard, and, to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. Why did he stab you? What's happening here? I met Dorsey at the fire station. Good man. Very helpful. Can probably trust his report. From the office of Kelso Dorsey, Fire Chief, City's Finest. Report WE455. April 25th, 1:35 at 16:30. Location of fire, West End, 44 2nd Street. Type of fire, house fire. Injuries 14. Fatalities 25. Wow. Smoke detectors, no. Jesus, 25 fatalities. At 13:45 on April 23rd, the fire department was informed of a potential fire in an apartment building at 44 2nd Street, West End. Firefighters were deployed at 13:50 and arrived at the scene at 14:12. At an undetermined time prior to arrival, a large explosion on the second floor, later confirmed to be an ignited gas leak, exasperated the situation, and deployed firefighters took necessary steps to evacuate the building. No! There you go. After the explosion, the fire was centralized in the first and second floor, with the third in the process of being engulfed. The fire was contained to a single building, and efforts to put out the fires went on until 16:55, at which time it was considered mostly contained. The efforts were continued until 18:45, at which point the fire had been extinguished completely. Ooh, 2 hours, yikes. The entire area was sectioned off, and searching for survivors and victims of the fire continued until 1400 on the 24th, with additional damage control and sectioning being done at 11:05 on the 25th. The area is considered completely secured and will be open for demolition on the 30th. Wow. From what Wayne told me, his original write-up got so edited he felt weird about putting his name on this one. Fire in West End claims innocent lives, West End, Wednesday, 24th, by Wayne Spotkowski. Oh, this is the original article. Okay. A fire erupted in an apartment building in West End yesterday, claiming the entire building in its wake. Although some tenants were successfully evacuated, many lives were lost during the disastrous fire. Exact numbers of fatalities have yet to be disclosed, as efforts are ongoing to search for the remains of the building. Thanks to the city's finest, however, the fire was contained to a single building and no further damage was done to the surrounding buildings. Okay. So we read everything. Did we quit the terminal? Oh, it stayed black. Oh. Keep staring at the screen like that and your eyes will go square. Hey, hun. Caring, logical, or driven? So, if it wasn't a trait gaining thing, I would say the first one. I think logical is best, because she was also investigative, right? In the previous one? So let's go with logical. Now how it works, and you know that. Hey, honey. Could have fooled me. Those things might as well be magical, if you ask me. Although, I did manage to print a couple of files today. Really, baby? I'm so proud of you. I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, trust me, I did nothing. So modest, so clever. How does someone like you end up marrying someone like me? As soon as I have that figured out, I'll let you know. No rush, honey. Anyway, what are you up to? Writing, investigating, and more writing. Yeah? Well, how's your investigation going? Didn't you say your edit guy was asking for it earlier? Investigation's slow. I can't help but feel I'm missing a lot. But walk me through it. Let's see if we can figure it out together. Sure. Where do I start? Let's start at the beginning. Tell me about the fire. There were 2 calls about it, right? Where did it start? Where did it start? Was it Stone's apartment? Let's check the terminal again. Because Lord knows I had the memory of a goldfish. Here's the for the first officer. Let's see. This is all the same? Yeah, okay. Alright. Undetermined time, a large explosion on the 2nd floor. Later confirmed to be a gas leak. Alright, so fire an apartment building at 44 2nd Street, fire deployed and arrived at the scene at undetermined time prior. A large explosion on the 2nd floor. Alright, so we got the 2nd floor. Where is the apartment for these guys? From a tenant on the 3rd floor, tenant block the missing. Cause of concern, additionally mentioned having smoke from the downstairs apartments, the home of Stone Castor. Alright, so it may have been from Stone. I'm gonna say it's in Stone's apartment. And how do you know that exactly? Are you completely sure, or are you jumping to conclusions? The fire report mentions a gas leak on the 2nd floor. The first emergency call described smoke coming from Stone's apartment. That seems to narrow it down, sure. It's just a question of timing, but we'll get to that. Alright, and where did the first, and where, and when did the fire start? Give me a moment and I'll check. Oop, wrong button. Where did the fire start? At 13:45, they were informed of potential fire. 13:45, that's 1:30. Fire was deployed at 13:50 and arrived at 14:12. Alright, so 1:35 is when the fire was announced. Before the second call, at 1:45. And how do we know that again? The building wasn't on fire when the cops showed up, Lucas. Fair enough. Alright, at least we have a general time frame when the fire started. Anything else that comes to mind about it? There was one thing. Yeah? The first emergency call made mention of smoke, but only cops showed up. I'm not entirely sure how they phrased it, but maybe they focused on something else during the call. Besides, it's not uncommon for us to be sent out to deal with small fires every once in a while. I wish they hadn't just sent a couple of cops over. Anything else? All the police reports had the same passage at the end. I know that looks weird, but I'm pretty sure that's just standard procedure. There's usually some legal jargon that needs to be added to statements to cover all bases. I'll take your word for it, I suppose. There are no records of who made the second call. We usually don't omit that. Maybe it was done from a payphone or something. Anonymously? Why would someone report a fire anonymously, though? Anything else? The cops saw signs of a fire, but didn't alert the fire department. Signs of a past fire, right? If there are no flames and no cause of alarm, why would they have called it in? I'm guessing they just wanted to be out of there. Quick. Anything else? That's all. Let's move on. Okay, I know you're interested in this part, so let's go over it. Tell me about when the cops showed up. Stone didn't want to let them in. That's usually the case. No one likes having cops show up uninvited, much less have them enter their homes. Was there a reason for the officer to be suspicious? They heard a distressed voice from inside. That certainly feels like reason enough, especially as Stone was refusing to let them in. Sounds pretty clear-cut, right? I guess. I suppose it does. So there's a reason for the officers to get in, and eventually they do, right? That's right. And how do they enter? They breached the door, right?
Yeah.
The guy was really adamant about not letting people in, huh? What was his reaction once people were inside? Oh, he was hostile. That checks out. Yeah. In what way? He insulted them, he threatened them, he tried to keep them from investigating the apartment. All three, right? Let's go for the third one. He tried to keep them from investigating the apartment. Oh. Regardless of what happened, obstruction of investigation is grounds for a charge as well. Are you sure he was actively hindering them? Maybe not, but he didn't like them snooping around. It's better if he didn't obstruct them. It makes less sense that he'd start a fight in that case, though. Then what happened? One cop goes to check out the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I think I remember that part. The first officer goes into the kitchen, hears a yell, and comes back. Do you know precisely what happened in the hall during that time? Stone attacks the second officer.
Yeah.
Right. Does the report specify how? He insulted them and then attacked. He is armed, right? With what? A sharp object or a blunt object? Well, he stabbed his arm, so I'm going to go sharp. Alright, he came at them with a weapon, and they responded with force. I'm sorry, Renee, but this is all according to protocol. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Me neither, but it is what it is. I suppose so. You doing okay? This whole thing, this whole case. It's a lot, isn't it? It is. It's pretty awful. It is. You don't ever get used to it. Trust me. What about you? What do you make of it? Lucas isn't convinced. I think this is an awful case. I think it's horrible. But I also think you're looking for something that isn't there. And maybe you're looking for someone to blame. I blame those cops, Lucas. This wasn't right. Renee, no one is perfect. As much as I'd like to pretend we can all keep our cool and always do our best, we make mistakes. Sometimes they're negligible, sometimes they're worse. That fire, Lucas, that was neither. Just neglect. Renee, I know. It's awful. Horrible. But I'm sorry. I don't see how they could have known, or what they could have done. I know it's bad, but it's just unfortunate. I think it's worse. Hey, let's just order dinner, alright? You've had a long day. I've had a long day. Let's just step away from this for a bit, okay? Sure, I guess? Or do we tell him that it's important? Let's step away. I don't want to fight with the husband over this. And we should just, write a report. We're not police. We're just reporters, right?
Alright.
I'll get you noodles. Sure, I'll have some noodles. Oh, no! Alright, you focus on your logical, rational side, and then fail to convince Lucas about your suspicions regarding the case. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Hopefully that's not terribly important. Alright, one more character, I believe. Ooh, science. Eli Abbas, somewhere far outside of the city walls, August 14th. Wow. August 14th. Still alive, believe it or not. No signs of radiation poisoning in either of us. We've been hit by a dust storm, however, but it's been manageable and far from as dangerous as we were led to believe. How do I scroll? I can't read what the bottom option says. To say we're lucky is an in case these dangers have been exaggerated, maybe? Let's go with 3. Have been overblown. Okay. To be fair, that's to be expected. According to Jorge, no teams HQ sent outside the wall has ever returned, which means our research on the area is extremely limited. I think he's just messing with me, though. There's no record of any expeditions outside the wall since Science City's formation. Sun's been harsh lately, and it's been a chore to get any work done during the day. That said, I'm enjoying the field work. We don't really stray far away from the dig site. There's plenty of work to do. Promising work. I get the feeling we're about to come across something big. We're out here until we get results, whatever that means. I'm confident we will. I look at the dig site every day. The pods, the markings. I find myself wondering whether we should be here. Jorge's less worried. He's out there right now. Today's the day, he told me this morning. He's been saying that all week. I warmed up to him, too. He's a good guy. That said, he seems to see my academic background as a shortcut out of paying my dues. He's been at this for decades, and we're in the same role, so it's hard to argue with him. Progress aside, the past few days have been strange. Jorge mentioned a low hum from the dig site, and we've both been feeling unexplainably uneasy. Alright, game trait. Idealist, realist, or cynic. So Eli's not a character I remember from the other game, so he's completely new. I have nothing to base his character development off of. So let's see. Idealist says, I think it's our tools are reacting to terminated chemicals in the pit, but the activation should be over soon. Realist, more likely than not. We've been out here a little too long and I tried to get a little funny. No, not that one. Cynic, the wasteland is supposed to be riddled with radiation. I'm surprised we're still alive, to be honest. Let's go with Idealist. I think it's our tools that are reacting to the sedimentary chemicals in the pit, but activation should be over soon. We'll be fine. After the sprint, we'll be able to sample the dig and continue with sterilization. I'm excited thinking about it. I feel like we're getting close. It's like there's something just beneath us, waiting to be discovered. Whack the ground beside you. You hear that something? I'm coming for you. I almost forgot. I had a look at some of my previous journal entries today. We've come so far and learned so much. I'm astounded by this place, to be frank. It's not every day you get to be at the forefront of discovery. Whatever we find, I can't help but think it'll be of great significance. I wonder if they'll name something after us. Suddenly, a shiver runs up her spine, and you press the pen firmly against the journal page. Somewhere outside the tent, you swear you can hear Jorge calling for you. Raise your voice. Jorge, did you say something? There's another scream, more desperate this time. He sounds distressed. Get up. Jorge, what's going on? Okay. Where are you, Jorge? I'm coming. Jorge, are you alright? Storm or no storm, everything is covered with sand and dust. Of dust and sand, I mean. The radio hums with gentle static. This can wait. Jorge needs my help. How far away is he? Are you Jorge? It's moving, Eli. It's fucking moving. What is? This fucking thing, Eli. Whatever's in the pot, it's slithering. Slithering? What are you talking about? There's something in the fucking ponds, man. Something moving. Something alive. Okay, alright. What do you need? When I saw it wriggling, I panicked and doused it with cooling spray. It recoiled and retreated back into the pond, so that might do the trick. Then again, I don't want to open it up again unless we have to. We've got some containment pods packed up somewhere. Grab them as fast as you can, right? First things first, we need that thing contained. Don't go anywhere. Should be careful. Most of what's in here has been exposed to elements for very long. Wait, close the little box. Why did it stay open? Okay. So we're looking for containment stuff? Can we move with some urgency? Okay, shift makes me go a little bit faster. Supplies, both packed and unpacked. Containment pods. I'm coming, Jorge. A little bit faster, not terribly fast. Here, take this container. Okay, I'm going to twist this thing open again, and when I do, I'm going to need you to hold the container still. I'll twist it, drop it, and you shut it. You got that? Got it. Here goes. You better be ready. Twisting it now. Go. Drop the container and shut it. There. Got it. Got it. Let me check the pressure. Good. It's in there. Good fucking work, Jorge. You too. We did alright. It's contained now. What now? Same as always, I guess. We log it. You should probably give HQ a call. After that, I don't know. Alright, you get some rest, okay? Let me know what they say. I'm not going anywhere. Is that the thing that everyone's all up in arms about in the other game? I'm forgetting what it was called. But it's what attached to Howard and eventually killed him. Is this that? Because they did say that they suspected it came from beyond the wall. I can handle the wind. The heat is what gets me. I'd be happy to never touch another shovel in my life. So much stuff, and yet we still don't have everything we need. I'd kill for something fresh to eat. We need to claim these once all this settles. Our equipment will struggle. They look like they're handling the dust storm well. Good. Right? Isn't this the radio? Oh, here it is. Dial in frequency. Grit grinds between the aluminum frame and the plastic dial as you begin to turn it. The dial itself has loosened slightly, having been gnawed at by the arid wasteland surrounding you. Instinctively, you recall HQ's frequency, 94.6. All required is a slight twist of the wrist, and the dial rotates to its usual orientation. Hissing builds up, and soon enough a melodic beep whistles through the treble heavy speakers. That's your cue. HQ, this is Eli of Dig Site 06. Come in HQ, we've got something to report. Over. This is HQ, we read you loud and clear. What's your status? Over. We've found something. Copy that, Site 06. Please describe the finding. We found some sort of artifact, very responsive to stimuli, possibly organic in matter. Oh, that's what they were calling it, the artifact. You informed HQ of your discovery. HQ, do you read me? Does it appear to be sentient? Hard to say. Its behavior is certainly erratic. Stand by for further instructions. Over and out. Copy that. You immediately reported the strange artifact you and Jorge uncovered. Act 1, we finished it. That's what it said in the corner. Oh, back to Clarissa. Alright, but I want to save and quit. Clarissa Bloodworth, age 17, the Church of the Shepherd. So this is 10 years later. Oh boy. Oh, is this a funeral? This looks like a funeral. Alright, but can I save? Yes. Autosave. Oh, it had a lot of autosaves. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep the autosave then. Save is not possible, the dialogue is active. Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Alright, cool. That's our first episode of Tales Preludes. A lot of information during Renee's chapter. Clarissa, we got a good foundation of her character, I think. Howard, we met Larry. Got a foundation for their interaction. So that's cool. Renee was just really information heavy with the investigating and the scene and all that. So that was a lot. That was a lot. Hopefully her other vignettes won't be as heavy information-wise, because, oh boy, do I not retain stuff like that well. And I'm glad we were able to check the terminal. But I'm sorry we couldn't convince Lucas, so that's a bit of a bum. And Eli's very interesting. I wonder if that's the artifact that everyone's all up in arms about in the other game that we found. But yeah, if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch you all next time in the second act of Tales Noir Preludes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye!